Yeah, so I want us to bring all the pivot tables we've created in here to the metrics sheet before we start building the chart. So we have this data here, which is which is for the monthly sales. So I'll leave this as it is and bring in the rest. So we have these are the categories, and yeah, so I'll just reference them here instead of I need to arrange them in an orderly manner right here. So I'll cut and paste it here. Okay, and then can just give it, sorry, monthly. Uh, so it's sales over here, and let me go ahead and bring the other data from the pivot. So as usual, you go with your equal sign, or you can also use the plus sign if you want, and go to the table or the sheets. So I'll bring in the product category. Yeah. Okay, so this one is there. I'll drag it down to bring in all the other categories, including the grand total. Then I'll drag it to the right to populate the other part of the data. So we have this. Then I can format it to the currency sign later on. So here, this would be for sales by category, sales by category. And now I'll come here, then I'll bring in the other data from the pivot table. So we have this is the location. So I'll drag it down here to get the three locations. Let me see if I can bring in the grand total and get the associated data from that. So this one is sales by location, sales by location. And now I'll bring the other data to this side, which is the sales by product types. I'll drag it down. It's still left with more. I'll go once more. Sorry. Lots of them are still there. Okay, interesting. Um, Serious. Okay, so now I can go up one. So now I will just select everything here. Select everything here, then drag. I'll drag to the right here to populate with the values. Okay, so now I think we have this is sales by product product types. Sales by product types. Okay, so you have this ones. And now let's go ahead and create our charts for each of these four. And then we'll also be adding slices as well. We will be adding slices. So let me check our pivot tables, the various columns. You can add a slicer to even filter this ones by months, these locations, everything by months if you want. And also, you can add a slicer to filter by, think, maybe, okay, we can probably do a slicer for quantity as well. But the obvious one is to filter by months and probably date, by dates. But since the data is within just 2023 and it's not even up to a year, to actually make sense to filter by months instead of using the dates. But um yeah, so but then you can also create filters for other things like store location to filter if you want to see the actual, even though we have a table for the store locations, but maybe if you want to get a breakdown of the various say categories, you can create a filter for this particular one to filter by store locations for each of the categories. And yeah, I mean slicer, not a filter. So you can just use that to filter the different product types, the product categories, and even I you can also filter by month as well. So let's go ahead. Let me go to the dashboard side now. We will start everything from scratch over here with the charts. So instead of this, I will just do it over here. But also we can you can get a sketch of how you want your slice or how you want your dashboard to be. So assuming I want these red lines to be off. So assuming I want to do a sketch of my dashboard, I can just use some shapes in here to do that. So maybe I want KPIs, maybe I want the total number of sales coming in from the various locations. I can do something like this. Here is just a sketch. So Control D, 3 times. Then I can place this here. So maybe we have this for the store locations. This will be up here. Then I can bring in the various sketches for the various types of charts you want to place in here. So I will still use a rectangular shape to draw more sketches by here. This is just a sketch. You can fine tune it when you're done and you're not happy with what you have. So here we want to create a chart for the various store locations. So you can, I think this is fine. And also for the products, uh, we have the products category and it's sold by month. So it will be ideal to place the smaller ones in a smaller, um, maybe a smaller, uh, how do I say it? You have to make sure you're optimizing the space that you have. So, what am I? So, I want this Control D for, let's say, sales by months. Okay, so I can, based on how I've done this, I can place 3 here. So instead of 2, I'll just expand this to cover the the whole area. Or I can still increase it, expand the chart area, the whole chart area to actually capture all the three if I want so. So we do this a bit and expand this further. I'll duplicate this and place it here. So it's I have to also align these guys. And then we can also create another shape up here. So I'll just duplicate this, place it here. Maybe that's your title for your dashboard. So you can when you are done, you can resize it. So you have this shape instead of instead of resizing all of them. I'll just have to make sure one shape is fine, then I can duplicate when I'm done. So I'll place this to be equal and okay, I want this to cover the whole of this. Okay, I'll delete these guys. I want to have equal size for all the shapes I'll place in here. So let me see. How do I measure this? Control D. Let me place it here and see. We Control D again. And I think this is fine. I have to resize this a bit. Yeah. Then I'll Control D for this and this, and make sure that I'm placing it above these shapes. Okay, so I'll go for this as well. Then we have one thing left, which is the product type. Then that data is long, it's very long over here. So in order to capture this, assuming I want to display this as just a table, or if I don't want that, I can display, let's say, the top 10, maybe the top 10 product types. I can do top 10 and uh, the 10 at the bottom as well, the non-performing 10 and the performing 10. So maybe we can do something like that. Or if you want to display everything as 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 it is here in a table format, but we want to be able to format that table to look nice to whoever is going to consume the information on the dashboard. So let's see. Uh, instead of hmm, if I want to bring it in here, and then I probably have to rearrange how I want my dashboard to be. So I think there's a lot of space up here, a lot of space. So let me clear from here to here. I'll just delete. Okay, so you don't have a lot of space up there. Um. Okay. So I don't want to bring it in as just one table. So I'll duplicate this for either the top 10 and the bottom 10. So here, I just want to visualize for two sections, which is the top and the bottom. So I have to make sure that I'm resizing this to fit the dashboard area. So let me see. Let me delete this and duplicate this and see if it's okay. I think this is fine, but it has to be expanded a bit. Okay, so anyway, when you are in Power BI, you don't have to be doing this, but then it's always better to have a fair idea how you want to present your dashboards. It's better that way, so that Don't have to be going back and forth. So assuming you want something like this, we have our title, the title for the various KPIs are also up here. And these are the three KPIs: the month, the location, and the products categories. Then you do top five and okay, top 10, or you can do top five. That top 10 or top five for the products types, because that information is long and we don't want to visualize everything in here. Yeah, so let me restart this to allow. Okay, and maybe when you are done, if you want to place something at the bottom as well, it's fine. You can just place it over here. And let's remember, you also said you want to bring in filters. So how do you create space for the filters? Uh, yeah, I can still resize this dashboard area to cater for. You want to bring in a filter for months, a filter for the locations, and yeah, pretty much that. So let's see over here. We can. Where is this guy? You want to insert a text box over here. So here, uh, come again. Oh, I thought someone was speaking. So I want to insert a text box over here. I can't see what is there or what's. Let me type it in. Oh, okay, it's actually inserted. So here, I want to call this one the title and expand this. Go to the home. You can do this with the home tab. You can just increase the fonts and whatever at the home tab when you use that fonts. Sorry, when you use the text box. So I want to change, let's say the text should be white. Yeah. And I want to bring it up here. Oh, why is it connected? I hate this. Let me go to shape format and go to selection. I should be able to see my texts in the various rectangles. So I'll hide all. Okay, show all. So where's my text? Oh, it came on its own. I don't want it to be part of this. So Control Z. Okay. And as well, you can use the selection. We can use the selection area, the selection pane. As I'm doing here, you can filter or hide what you need to hide and make sure you are focusing on something that you want to work on. Or if you can't find some of your shape that you've created, we can use this functionality to actually see what is hidden behind the other shapes. So over here, uh, I want to clear this text. I want to bring in a text box that is separate from this. So let's see how we can achieve that. I'll go to the insect again and I want to click outside here. Insert text box over here. Yeah, so this is how I want it to be. So here I'll type in title, and when you are done, you can just duplicate it as long as you want. So you can just drag it and paste it at wherever you want. So let me resize this, increase uh, the weight so it's bold now, and Sorry. Let's increase the title fonts, and it's okay. So it's black now, but let me bring it here first. Let me bring it here, and here I want it to show white fonts. So I can now size this. So title for the dashboard. So what title are you going to use? We can say so the data is about coffee. Coffee. How do I even spell coffee? Coffee sales dashboard. Dashboard. Coffee sales dashboard here. Resize. Then I can center it. So if you want to center it, you can select this whole thing. Okay. You can select it and select the text, the shape as well. So you realize that it's not only the text here, it's not only the text that is centered. When I select the shape, observe how it is. So when I select the text, you see this circular uh, icons around it, and you can also select the shape. When you select this, press the shift key and click on the shape. So the two are selected together. Then I can now go to uh, shape format here. Okay, you go to shape format. Then you can go to now align. Align. So how do I want to align this? The shape is going horizontally. This text is also going horizontally. So I want to make sure the text is at the center of the shape. The text is at the center of the shape. So let's go for align center. Okay. So now I realize that it's at the center of the shape. That is how you want it to be for now. And I can copy this text again and use it for these ones. So I can say Control D. Sorry. Control D. Then it's copied. Make sure you select it first. Then I'll bring it here. And here I want to do the necessary changes before I start copying for the rest because they are similar. So here is sales by months. Or you can just go simply by saying say monthly sales. Monthly sales over here. Okay, so when I'm done, oh, I don't want to drag this. But before I come here, let me show you something. So now you realize that here the least mistake I do, just the shape is shifting away from the text, and the text can also shift away from the shape. I don't want something like that. So I want to group these two together. Okay, the text and the shape together. So this shape, I want the shape is already selected. Then I have to also make sure I select the text. But it's easier for you to select the text, then come and select the shape than doing otherwise. So the text is selected, then I'll hold shift and select the shape. Then I can come to here. Make sure if you're on the home tab, you won't see the options. So you have to be on the shape format. There's this tab when you start bringing in shapes. When you start bringing in shapes, it automatically brings that tab on your ribbon. So you can now go to shape format. Then you see a lot of things here. What you need is to group the two together. The two selected, you want them to be grouped together. Okay, so let's do that. So I can now say group. then group it. Or you can also use a shortcut, Control G. So let's do that for this. Let me center, make sure this one is centered. Make sure it's centered and the text is also centered here. But then you don't want to be doing eyeballing. You want to make sure that things are centered properly. So in order not to misalign things, I'll just select the text first, then select the shape, then I'll come to align, then I can now do align center. Then you realize that it shifts a bit to the center. So that is fine. And then I can press Control G. Oh, let me see. Is it not working? Control G. Okay, Control G seems not to be working for me. I don't know if it works for you. But then since it's not working, let's just go with a long way. So I've grouped it. But I realize that since I have this one here, it doesn't make sense for me to be copying the text alone and coming to group things here. So I'll just delete these two guys. Okay. I'll just delete those two guys. Then do Control D 3 times. Then just drag them along. Okay. So now I have the information I need over there. I just have to edit the text in there and I'm good to go. Yeah, so I just have to edit the text. So I want to make sure it's aligned with this. When you are done, you see how you can group all of them. Sorry, you can align all of them together. So here I have this. I just have to click inside the text. Okay, click inside. And now here is what let's say sales by product product category, or you can just do category instead of long name. Category, category. Okay, okay. So it's going beyond that, so you have to expand the text a bit. And here it shows by location. Oh, I didn't bring the by. So here it shows by location, and here by category. So I'll fix this again. That means I have to make sure it's centered. So I'll select the text in here. You realize that these two are highlighted. If you make a mistake, you mess things up. So make sure you are just selecting the text, just inside the text. Okay, so let me expand this and expand it a bit. Okay, so I'll now reduce a bit. So I have my text here. So let me do align it again. So I'll align center. So I think the shape is not selected. Yeah. So the shape is now selected. So I'll align center here and over here too. I need to select the shape and go to shape formats, align center, and it's also at the center now. Yeah, so we have this here. So these are the descriptions for the various KPIs you want to report on. And here you can also bring in this same title as well. So I can just copy this and come and paste it here. And then I want to reduce this a bit. So that I can create some space for this. So I'll bring it here and I want to make sure it's going across the whole thing. So here is top. So this is sales by let's say top five product types. Top five product types. Okay. So top five product types. Assuming you have an e-commerce shop selling a lot of products and you want to know which products are performing so that you can actually focus on the most important thing. What is giving you more money so you can visualize by the performance ones. So here I want to group the whole thing together. Already this one is grouped together. So when you click and you see the selection around it this way, then it means that everything is grouped. They are all grouped together. Okay. But then I want to now group this shape and this together so that I can duplicate for this part. I don't want to be doing a lot of copy and pasting. So I'll now select the shape down here as well, and I'll press Ctrl D, and I can now drag to this part. Okay. So I want to now resize them a bit to make sure that you're getting. So now I want to resize this one too as well a bit. Make sure I want to pull this one down a bit to align things and to the left a bit. All right, so you maintain it this way, and this is s- sales by, let's say, bottom five products types. All right, so we have, at least we have the kind of how you want our dashboard to be presented with this sketch. So this is just a sketch, and just imagine the time you've even spent on this. So whatever you are doing, it requires some time for you to achieve the best results. Yeah, so I want to be resizing this of it. Okay, so I'm messing things up. All right, so let me go here a bit. It's a bit bigger here. All right, so this is it. So now, since you have this, when you have when your charts are ready, you just drag them and come and drop them here. Okay, drag them and come and drop them here. You don't have to worry yourself how to arrange it and whatever. So at least you have like kind of a template for you already. Build the chart, copy, come and paste it here. So here, I can select everything here. Okay, everything here, and I want to change the outline. I want to change, sorry, the color down, the color for the shape. So, where do I go? Go to shape format. Then shape is the outline. I want the fill. So yeah. Okay. So if I want a white way, it's now white. But then I don't want my text are already white, and we are not seeing your text. Okay. So let me go for a bit gray background here. You can always come and change it to suit what you want. And the text too, you can change it as well. But then I think I want to maintain a white background. I'll just give them an outline. Give them an outline so that you can still see our charts. Sorry, our sketch. So I'll give them a black outline over here. So this is fine. And so this our text are actually in the middle here. That's what you see right here. So if I want to change our text, let me see if I can change it here. The color of the text, I want. You see that I can't select this and change it for all. It doesn't work that way. So I'll Control Z. Then I have to make sure I'm just selecting what is here. So it's best. It's actually best if you're able to identify all the colors you want for your dashboard before you even start venturing into it. Identify the colors you want for your text. Identify the colors you want for your background. Then we can now start with it. So that here we are stuck. You don't know the kind of text you want to go with. You've done the thing already, and now you are going back to fix the text colors, which is not a good idea. So make sure everything you need is in place, or at least get some of them before you start building your dashboard. Listen freezing. Uh, okay, I think it back. Let me save it before I lose everything I've done. So, alright. And one thing too is you have to be saving all the time because it's really painful. It's really painful that you've done all this. You've started building your dashboard. You've done some charts in there, and you realize Excel has crashed. That will be very painful. So make sure at least every 5 minutes or maximum 10 minutes, you are saving your progress. Because I've faced these issues a lot, especially when I started working with Power BI. Power BI sometimes it crashes. Power BI crashes a lot, especially if you bring in a lot of data. With If I say a lot of data, I mean data with a lot of columns. A lot of columns, your Power BI will crash very soon. And when it crashes, you lose everything, like whatever progress you've made before, um after your previous save. So if you don't save or be saving consistently, then you might have issues. Whatever progress you've made can be lost at any point in time when the software crashes. Yeah, so it's part of it. I don't know when they are going to fix it though, but you have to be careful with that. So I've selected my text here, and I want to now change it to say black so that I can see them. But then since I've selected this here, I'll copy and use the format painter. Then click on this. Doesn't work. How? Let's try again. Format painter. And actually it's not working. They would just want us to do it manually. So this is part of the reason why you have to plan before you start building. So that you do all the changes from the start, and you don't have to go back changing things. So I think the texts are fixed now. Yeah, so we have this template for you, and you can bring in your charts when you are done. So now let's go to the dashboard area. As I said, you want to pick a color you also want. So I shared with you a website that you can uh download or get colors from, some inspirations from. So color, uh let me just type colors and it will come up. So this colors dot cool is fine. And there are other ones as well. You can just look them up online. Okay, let's pick some color here. Go to explore trending palettes, and you should get some colors to work with. Here, please, I want your input on this. What colors should you go with? I think ladies have eye for good colors, so Ivy, what colors? Or you can also open in your browser and check what you think it looks pleasing to your eyes. So you can go with them. Mm, okay. Uh, okay. Please, I'm listening. If you have any idea for the colors, you can. I really have difficulty selecting the color I want all the time. I don't know why. Uh, okay. Me, I want this. So I'll. Okay, I want to save or let me see what I can do. Um, I'll open the palette here. So I have it this way. And now I can maybe take a screenshot or copy, open, say Google Drive, copy the various colors I want. Okay, so let's go to percents and data analysis training. Oh no. Also, let me create a new sheet. I can take a screenshot of this here. Take a screenshot of this here. Okay. So I have all this. Then I can paste it here. Let me just paste it here. So I have my colors in here. Now I can also get their hex codes. These are the hex codes. So when you click copy, this one is 6 zeros. 6 zeros is just for pure black. So I have this hex code here. Oh, why? Okay, Excel is not allowing me to do that because it's all zeros. So I'll bring an exclamation a quote after it, before it, and I'm able to save the zeros in there. So I'll get the palette for this as well. So I'll click and paste it here. The hex for this, I'll just click and it also copies for this one. And this is the yellow parts. This is some, I don't know, is that deep? It's not deep blue per se though, but this is a bit of a gray color. And here is white. 6 Fs is for white. So we have the colors you want. So here, I think this is yellow. You can get the right names for them. So now I'll go back to my Excel over here. Oh wow. I'll change a pen here. Coffee shop. So let's see how we can bring in these colors. Hmm. So more colors here. I'll go to custom. I don't want this. I want to format. Oh, okay. To format. Okay, yeah, colors. So I'll come here. Then I'll customize. I'll customize the colors based on the one I want to work with. Okay. So here, the theme colors. Here maybe I can name this as maybe dashboard for dashboard here, and this is text background for your text background. How do you want your text background to be over here? This is more or less like an example here. So this is sample. Yeah, so we have text background one for dark for dark, and also for lights. Okay, so this is what you see, and text background dark 2. Okay, that is also, you have dark and light as well with these colors. So if I change this to this color, you see how the text will look like at the background. So this is the background. So what background do you want for our text? Let me see. For I don't want dark. I just want white. So, oh no. Okay, I want the background to be a different color aside white. So let me check here. I want the text background to be, say, um okay, let's go for this color. Let's go for this color. So what is FC8311? So I'll go for this. Copy. Then for this, I'll paste in the color. Go to custom. Then over here, okay, don't look at the RGB. Forget about that and paste whatever you've copied. But make sure it starts with the pound sign or the hash sign. So I'll click OK. And you realize that it's identified that color here. This color is now the background color, for text. That is for the light background. And so I'll leave that one, just that one. I'll leave just that one for lights. I won't do anything to the rest. I'll forget about them. So now let's go to accent one. So at the first accent is mostly I think it's mostly the primary color. So for that, which color should I go with? Maybe, okay. So let's come here. Okay, I'll just go with this one. I'll just go with the 14 to 1 3D. 14 to 1 3D. I'll copy this as the accent one color. So I want to change it. You have to go to the more colors, go to custom color. Then you can now clear up to the pound sign and paste what you want over there. So this is the accent one and accent two. Accent two, what should I put there? Um, so for accent two, okay. Anyway, let's take just the two for now. Let's take just the two for now. So I'll close this. Then I'll now save this. Okay. So now you have some colors to work with. You can also set your default font as well. So you can customize the font you want for whatever you are working on. So over here, we have the body font and the heading fonts. So how do you want our headings to be showing for this particular thing you want to work on? So let me say I want to go with some fancy fonts. Some fancy fonts. Anyway, let's just go with Proxima. Do I have Proxima? Oh, I don't have. Let me check Poppins. Poppin. I don't have Poppins as well. Okay, so I'll clear this. Let's maintain the default. But then you can also select the theme. So you don't want to touch on that now. And also this effect, and let's forget about it for now. So now I'll now start working on the chart from this matrix. I'll create the charts here, but when I'm done with the charts, I'll copy it to the dashboard. I'll just cut everything to the dashboard sheet. Even though I'll cut it, but it will still link to this data. So I'll select the whole of this, and okay, so I'll go with the grand total as well. So here I'll just go in for a basic chart. So let me go for a recommended chart, or just you see that automatically look at the background you are seeing. This is what you've this is what you've already tell Excel that you want to use. Okay, so I'll go for this, and I'll resize this. I'll resize this. Okay, I'll cut it from here. See that it's not here anymore. I'll come and paste it. Where is our this thing that you created? Okay, so I want to paste it here. And you realize that it has taken effect here as well. Because we did that, it has taken effect here. This is the background. So I'll paste it here. Oh, where is the guy? Control V. Okay, so it's pasted now. Okay, so it's pasted now. So now I can do whatever editing. I can remove, or you don't want to change colors now. You can change the style you want. You can change the style you want, whatever style of charts you want or prefer. I think I'll just maintain the default. I want to remove the grid lines. So grid lines off. And I want to change this one to the thousands. I want to shorten the values over there. The axis, the chart title is not needed anymore because now we are saying we are doing for monthly sales. So I'll remove the chart title from there. Don't need it. Okay, so that one is gone. And for these numbers, I want to now come to chart the shape format. Format shape chart design. Okay, so I think I can do it here. Where do I do it? Let me right click and go to format plot area. So it brings me that, and it doesn't still have what I want. So let me check for this. I'll right click here. Okay, there are no options here. Let me check here. Chart area. I'll click on this. Properties is not there. Size. Chart options. Plot area. Oh, why is this thing? Why am I not seeing this? Um. Oh, okay. So this is just annoying. Okay. 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 So it's not. So when you click, it's when you click on the numbers there, you can even see what you want to do here. Okay. When you click on the numbers here, so I want to change it. I want to change the unit instead of using 800,000. I want to change it to just 800. Then it's bring thousands um at the left side of it. So I'll just change it to, let's say, thousands, and now it looks better. When you see it, you know that it's in thousands as well. And if you don't want this, you can remove it, but make sure that whoever is looking at your data knows that you are presenting that in thousands. Okay. And oh, sorry, I think I need to zoom in. Sorry for that. So let me zoom out a bit so that I can, yeah. So we have this, and also you realize that we have some outline here. This gray outline under the bars. I want to remove it, but you realize that it's coming from here. It's coming from the monthly this thing. So I will bring this, right click this, then format. We can even change it at this part. Go to the outline. Where is it? The outline here. Shape outline. Then over here, we can say no outline. No outline. And those you see are no more. But I realize that this grand total thing, it's you don't really need the grand total. So let's take it off. Let's take it off. Let's check our metrics and see. I'll remove it here. Okay, I'll remove it here. Let's check our chart if that has reflected. So now, see that our chart looks better without the grand total. We have a lot of space in here, so that is fine. And I can reduce it if I want. Okay. Let me make sure that putting this. Okay, so I think this is fine. When we are done, you can remove the outline for all of them if you don't want them. Okay, so you have this. Then let's do for the other one, which is sales by category. So I'll just select everything here except the grand total. Then I'll go to insert. Um, I'll go to insert. Let's say this is a lot. So how can we present this? Okay. All right. Let's still go with this. Let's still go with this. So I'll resize things over here. I'll remove the chart title before I even cut it and paste it. I'll remove it. Then for this, you let me cut it and send it so that it's easy to see over there. So here, I'll now have to come here. This is by category. So I'll paste it here. You realize that when you click, you think you can just click and paste. It's not working. But when you click outside, it gives you the paste option. Okay, gives you the paste option, and you can bring it in. Or if you don't want to click outside, you can just do Control V and it pastes for you. Okay, so that is it. So here, I want to resize this a bit to fit what you have, and go down as well. Go down as well. So here we have it this way. I want to make sure that the grid lines are off. So right click, or you can just use this to remove the grid lines. And what again? Okay, so I want to change this one to the numbers to, I want to change the units to thousands as well over here. So I'll do thousands as well. So 250,000, I will delete this thousand here to create more space over here. So this is this is it. And we want to remove the outline around this. So go to formats, go to shape outline, then no outline, so that you don't have any outline here. Let's see if we can resize this bit. Just this parts. Okay, so um, I made the axis. So it's okay. So yeah, let's put on tick marks. Mm, that's my number. Okay. All right. Let's maintain this here. We can always format. Hey, why is this one looking smaller? Oh wow. All right. You can look at this later. I don't want us to spend a lot of time here. We want to finish this thing by 9:45. So let's be quick with it. So you have it here, and also you want to visualize by the location. So let's insert another chart. So here, let's just go in with a bar chart for that. So, but before that, you have to make sure that you select your data. So you have the data here. We'll not go with the grand total, which over here. So this is it, and we have it here. What do you want to show? So you want to show the, maybe format this. Well, remove remove the, sorry, remove the title. And oh, how come grand total is here? Let me do Control Z. I didn't select, so I'm surprised. Yeah, I think I click where I don't do. All right, so this is it. I resize this. Okay, resize this. Oh no, I think I have to go this way so that everything is in uniform manner. So I'll cut this, come to this sheet, and come and paste it here. Okay, so let me zoom in and make sure that it's fitting the shape you've created for it over here. So I'll go here a bit. Okay, so now we have this, should go up as well, and this should cover this. All right, so let's see, how do you want to show the data? um if you want to show the data on it, so add data labels, we have this, but then what if you want to show it in over here? It's giving us when you hover on it. Okay, when you hover on this, okay, I think it should give us an idea of the total percentage covered. And then we can also bring in the percentage as well. Yeah, so we have this. Let's look at other things. We can look at the percentage when you are done. So let's focus on this. And what again? We want to sort for the top five product types. So now I want to create a new matrix over here. These are the top, sorry, all the products you have. These are all the products you have. So I want to create for the top five over here. Uh let's see which ones are the top five. Let me select the whole of this. Sorry. Select the whole of this. Then insert a chart. I want to just bring in another. Okay, so let's try different charts and see. Line charts. Yeah, line charts won't give us a clear visual, so let's just go for bar charts. Not to this one, too. This is let's just go in for bar charts again. So here, I'll click here. Then everything is showing, but then let's see if we can filter, show just the top five. Okay, I don't want to bring the grid lines here. So, okay, yeah. Formats. Chart elements. So data labels for okay. So top. This is shows at the top. Legend at the top. We don't want that. Data labels, small data options. Where the heck is going on? Okay, so alright. So now select this. I thought you could select what you want, but then over here, let's see if you can edit. No. Oh no, I don't want it this way. Okay, I don't want the grand total to be part, so I'll remove that. Where the chart is off. Uh, oh, see here. Okay, you let me click. Okay, I'll come back to that. Oh God. Oh, the thing frozen. Hmm, interesting. So Sorry, my Excel is messing up. It's not moving. So these are some of the reasons why you should be saving. Now I've not saved what I've done so far. So in case it crashes, I'm just dead. Okay, I think it's back now. So let me save before I continue. So here, where did you pick the data? Where is the metric side? Okay, yeah. So here, before that, you let me cut it and send it over here so that it's clear. So I'll paste it here and I'll zoom in for us to see where well. Let me, oh no, I don't want to disalign things. So I'll just bring everything. Yeah, when you are done, I'll fix it back. So here, uh, I want to now select, if you check, we have Barista Espresso, we have the top five, we have brewed chai tea. So I'll actually unselect some of them. Unselect some of them. So the top five are one, two, three, four, and five. This one, okay, this one is fine. So we have barista espresso, brew chai tea, herbal. Is it no house blend beans, whatever. So I'll unselect everything here. Then I'll select just barista espresso and I'll go for brewed chai tea. I'll go for green. Is it green? No, it's is it gourmet beans or whatever. So I'll go for that. Here. Then we have the house blend. No, herbal. Is it herbal tea? Okay, no, that's house blend beans. So I'll go for that as well. And the last one should be so premium beans or something. Premium beans. So then I'll click apply. So you realize that some of I think we selected some of the wrong data points. So I think we have to cross check this with the data. Please, who can check that for me so that I can select the right data to go with? Who can check? I don't know. Are you following along? Hello? Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, please. Are you
Yeah,
following along?
yes, yes.
Yeah, so I want the top five or even maybe the top seven so that we can work with it. I don't want to go back and look at them. So if you can check the sales by product types and let
Okay,
me know which product types should be the top five or the top seven so that you can use it for our charts.
okay. So the top five
Yeah. Please
is
kindly I don't know, I think okay, I think my volume is down rather. Go ahead.
okay. So the top five we have barista espresso,
Yes, sure.
brew chai tea,
Brew okay, sure, yeah, that's fine.
um, herbal tea. Is it herbal tea?
Yeah, I think that should be helpful.
Hold on. Yeah, let me check it well.
Okay.
No, it's not herbal. It's hot
Hot
chocolate.
chocolate rather. Okay, sure.
Yeah, that's the third one. Yeah.
So hot
Then the fourth one is hot chocolate.
okay.
Yes.
The fourth one is
Huh. The fourth one is gourmet brewed coffee.
Okay, sure. Then which one is the next?
The next one is brewed black tea.
Okay, brewed black tea,
Then brewed herbal tea.
brewed black tea. Okay, sure. So you have like six,
Okay.
one, two, yeah. So you have like top six. I think this is fine. So now we
Okay.
can resize this to fit our. Let me zoom out a bit. Resize it to fit this. So I will now. I don't want to temper with the inner. Control Z a bit. Resize it to fit this area. Okay. So now. Okay. So we have this. Uh, I want it to cover the outline so that you don't have to go back and disable. Okay. So we have this one here as well. I want to format the data labels here. So I'll come to the axis options, then the display units. I'll change it to thousands as well. So I'll clear this and it's in thousands here. All right. So this one too is fine. And we have to, oh, why?
Hello.
I think my connection is,
Hello.
let's move on. Let's move on. So we have the outline for the axis here as well. So let's make sure we are removing that outline. So right click on that, then you can come to format, then you can come to shape outline, then say no outline. Okay, no outline. But I realize that we've maintained this font for the text. We can also change them as well. So text fill, let's see. We can change it to the font that you want as well. We've not touched on that though, but we can always change it. Yeah, so if I want a white font, can just go in. Oh, that is the fill. That is the fill. But then let's let's do for the actual font. So this is what is selected. This is what is selected for the fonts. So assuming I want green, you can just go for that. Or if you want this. But then I think white should be fine. White should be fine, but this is actually picking it from the theme we are using. If you want more color, and I don't want to temper with that, so let me leave it. When you set your theme and you want white to be your colors, we can do that. So let's move on. And as I was saying earlier, you realize that uh you realize that you have this graph or this chart, and you want to do similar thing here. So you can just copy and select instead of going to the pivot table and creating it again. You can just copy and bring it here. Okay, you can just copy these parts. Control C and do Control V here. Paste it here so that you don't have to be repeating your effort. It's painful when you can save time and you don't know that you can actually save time by copying and pasting what you have. So resize it to fit as well. and I'll now have to change. I'll now have to change the data for this. So please, what are the ones that are not performing? The ones that are not performing.
Sorry, we are losing you. We can't hear.
Which are the ones that are not performing? The product types. Can you hear me now? Oh God.
Hello?
Yeah, hello. I think Vodafone is messing my network up today. Uh, I hope I'm
Yeah, say
I hope
no.
I'm back now.
Yes, you are
Okay,
back.
sure. So I wanted the data for this, the non-performing product types, the bottom ones.
Okay, so we have green tea,
Green tea, okay,
we have green beans,
okay.
we have organic chocolates,
Organic chocolates, okay.
we have sugar-free syrup,
Sugar-free syrup, mm-hmm.
then we have uh, black black tea.
Black tea, okay. So maybe
Do you
the
want
next
more?
one, yeah. I just want six
Uh,
instead of
okay, drinking chocolates.
drinking chocolate. Okay, so this is fine. Let me apply. Okay, so these ones are the non-performing ones. So if you look at the data labels, we have we have for for black tea and drinking chocolate, you have them at which is 2.5. If I should bring that this thing, I want to visualize the thousands here. Let me click on that. We come here. Then axis options. Yeah, I'll just do none and see. So you have like 2.5. So it came like as 2.5, which is 25,000. Okay, sorry, 2,500. $2,500. So those are the sales you are making for those ones. And drinking chocolate is also around that area, a bit, just a bit up. And we can also show this data on the bars as well. Maybe up up the bars or inside the bars. Yeah, we will look at that later. So I'll go back to my thousands instead of showing everything about the data level. I'll go back to my thousands here. Go to the axis options. Then we can now select thousands. All right. So we have our non-performing. So instead of five, we can just do six or something because we have six products here. If you are going in for more, you just have to change the title to suit what you have. So now I think we have something that looks like a dashboard. Something that looks like a dashboard. So let's now create some filters or slices for this dashboard that you've put up so far. And with creating filters, we have to make sure that we are picking the data from the pivot tables or the metrics that you've created. Okay. When I click here, when I click here, you realize that the pivot table doesn't show. So it tells you that I can't create my metrics based on this. I can't create my slices based on this metrics. I have to go back to the pivot tables, okay, to create those slices. So now when I click here, it shows this, the pivot analyze or the pivot table analyze on the design. And with the pivot table analyze, I can now bring in my slices. So I'll just click on this. I want to create the slicer for the month. So I'll pick for the month. Now press OK. Okay. So I have my monthly slicer here. I'll cut this. I'll cut this and send it to this dashboard area here. So I'll
Mhm.
paste. I'll paste this here. Okay. So you have this pasted.
Ejumara.
Let's now format this slicer to look nice. Okay. So what can we do? What can we do? What can go to over here at the top here? At the top here, we are seeing this. Sorry, we are seeing this slicer. So automatically, you see that this is going with this format. If I want to something like this, which is not nice, let's go for probably have to change the text in there. You can't see anything over there. So all right, it should suit what you have. It should suit the colors you have here. So uh okay, I'll stick with this for now. I'll stick with this for now. So what can I do again? Instead of having it vertically like this, and you realize some data are coming in here. I don't know how come. Maybe you have to fix that. Instead of showing it vertically like this, we realize that we have this height and weight here and the number of columns. Okay, so here it's just showing one column. If you can see up here, just showing one column. What if I want to display multiple columns over here? You see how what is happening. I'm now showing 7 columns. If I want to show like say 4 columns, and I don't have to extend this down here like this, so I can now show up to here, and I have like 4 columns that I can filter. So if I filter for say January, okay, you see that it's affecting this alone. I'm coming. It's affecting this alone. Okay, it's affecting this chart alone because I created it's linked to this. It's linked to this chart, and you can unlink it and link it to any chart you want. If you want it to be filtering for all other months, sorry, all the other charts, you can do that as well. Okay. But then here I'm seeing the grand total, which you don't want. So let me change the data I want to show. I don't want to show the grand total. So I'll select apply. Okay, so that was it. So now let me come back here and I'll remove the filters by just clicking clicking on this filter icon here. You know, whenever I select anything, it's become active by showing that red thing over there. So if I unfilter, then everything comes back. And you're also seeing July, August, September, October, November. I think Excel is playing wise here by telling you that you have other months left, but your data is not actually up to this December. your monthly data only ends in June. So you realize that even if you click here, nothing will happen. You see, nothing shows. It doesn't give you any data because there's no data on July. So you don't want that. Okay, you don't want that. And I don't want to enable multi-select. So if you do multi-select, that's how it's going to happen. That's you can select multiple months. But if you don't want to enable, you can just click on this and it's disabled. I think please when my screen is small and you can't see, you have to let me know so that uh, I make it big. I think I realized it was small. So as I said, you can select multiple items here, but over here is selecting just one. If you want to select multiple, you can click on this icon you see here, which is this chart area. And I want you to see the name. So multi-select, the name is multi-select. So when you click on it, it becomes highlighted. When it's highlighted like this, that means active. It's active, and you can select more than one. So March, January, February, March are selected. So when you visualize the data, we see that your chart is up to January, February, January, March. But then I don't know why you are not seeing February. Do you have any sales on February? Which is weird. So let's see what is happening here. Let's unfilter unfilter for this. Clear this. Oh, did I actually select January? Okay, so let me clear this. All right. So I think we have data. Oh, you don't have data on February. That means there are no sales coming in from February. There are no sales coming in from there. So please, can you cross check from the data itself so that you are sure? Let me even check here. Check here. So if it's messing up, then you know you're having issues with whatever you're doing. Okay, there's data for February, so I don't know why we are not displaying that. So let's see what is happening here. The data for February. Uh, okay, so select this. Oh, so actually February is unselected here. Okay, it's unselected here. So January, February, March, April, May, June. So now apply. Now you have February back. Okay. So I think this is fine. Let's now click outside and our problem is fixed now. This thing is going out of the thing. So let me position it inside. And to realize that when you don't when you don't place the thing exactly on the exactly on this, you have some outlines around it. What if you don't want those outlines? Now I don't want to place it exactly. But now if I don't remove the outlines, it's clear that my chart is different from the outline, sorry, the shape you are seeing. I don't want that gray outline. Just want everything to be uniform. So I just click here, go to format, then go to outline and go to no outline. And now even if it's not aligned, everything is uniform. You don't see any outline around any charts. So that is also that. What again? Let's zoom out a bit and see what you have to do again. So now we are working on this slicer. Okay, you realize that for months, I think it's ideal for me to show it vertically. So let me increase or decrease the columns to just one. And I can resize this. I can resize it this way. So I can maintain this. I can maintain this as my slicer for the month. You can also put it somewhere and create something small to describe it, a title, something like this. Just something like this. Something like what you've done here to describe this slicer. So that whoever is using it knows that, oh, okay, I can filter using by month. But then since we don't have the data to this end, let me cut it short here. Cut it short here. And this
Where's
we have this thing
the
here.
chair? Go and bring
Okay.
the chair.
This this bar here. If I want to remove this bar, what can I do? Let me go to the slicer. Then where is that? Where is that? Where is that? Slicer settings. We go to slicer
Passion juice.
settings. Okay.
Hey, hey, Abba. Stop, stop, stop. I need you.
So we go to slicer settings and what again? What again? What again? What again? Let's go for display header. This header, I don't want to display it, so I'll remove it. Okay, I'll remove it. Anyone who sees that will know that okay, this is January, February, March, and it's monthly. Okay, so that is fine. So let's see, visually indicate items with no data. Show items with no data sets. Uh, okay. So I'll press OK. Then the month thing is gone. I still want to remove this bar. And let me see where I can remove. That's, oh, okay. I hope my Excel is not messing up. Wow. My Excel is freezing. Let me wait for some time. Okay, so we are back. Anyway, I have to save. Okay, so let me remove this bar here. Right click. You can also right click here. Right click on the slicer and we can do a lot of changes as well. So, uh, okay. So the slicer settings, we have that one. I don't want it here. Mm, size properties. Okay, so here let's check. Uh, is that the only options I have for this? Size. This button. Mm, okay, I think I'm struggling to see where to remove that bar. It's been a long I use this, so I've got connection. Okay, so uh, all right, I'll look at that later. So let's continue. I don't want us to waste time on this. So we have our data from January to wherever is ending in this slicer. and let's create another slicer here. So I'll go to the pivot table again. I wanted to create a slicer for location. So this is the location data. I'll just click inside here. Then pivot table, analyze, insert a slicer. Then I'll go for the store location. Okay. So store location over here. I have it this way. Array size, and I'll cut it from here. And paste over here. So I also remove. Should I maintain the name? Okay, let me maintain the name for this one. So these are the store locations as well. I'll place it here. You can just place it as wherever you think is ideal for you. So let's do some settings for this. I'll also go for, let me check this. Yeah, this is fine for me. So I'll go for this. And when you click on any of the locations, let's say house, kitchen, what happens? Realize that it changes the bar charts. It only affects the bar charts. What if I want it to affect other charts as well? And with the bar charts, let's make sure you are not including the grand total. So I'll edit it over here at this part, and I think the grand totals are not here. I don't know why it comes in when you filter. So yeah, uh, okay, all right. So let's move on. Let's move on. I didn't want to show it when you filter. Let me filter again, and it's picking it up already. Let me edit now here, over here rather, then disable the grand total and this zero coming here and apply. Okay, so let's click outside. Let's unselect it and see what happens. Or let's move the filter and realize that it's affecting the whole thing you've done. So I guess you have to maintain it. And ideally, it doesn't really make sense to place a filter or give a filter to these bar charts. Okay, so this one is clear. So let's now assign this filter to a different chart. So we click on this, make sure it's active, go to slicer, and now go to report connections. Okay, report connections. When you go to report connections, you see that this slicer is connected to pivot table 16. Pivot table 16. Which one is pivot table 16? How can we know that? Okay, how can you know pivot table 16? I have to go to the pivot tables I've created here. If I click on store locations, I go to pivot table analyze. You realize that there's a pivot table name. Pivot table name, okay? So now I'll change it to store underscore location. You can just go with any format you want. So I'll change this pivot table's name to store underscore location. What of this? This is product category. It's saying pivot table 13. I'll now change this one to maybe product uh underscore category. So I'll maintain this way as well. And now I'll go in for this is product monthly sales. So I'll go for monthly underscore sales. Let me fix it over here. Alright, so now we've renamed our pivot tables. Let me come back to this. Now let me click on this again, go to the slicer. Then now, if you check the report connections, let me expand it. You realize now we have store location. Store location. You don't want to link to the store location. You want to rather link to say either product category. Okay, for now, product category. But now you want to filter the product categories for the various locations. So these are the product categories. We have this. Let me zoom in a bit. Oh, sorry, zoom out, right? Zoom in. These are the product categories we have. For where are they? Where are they? Okay, we have our products. Yeah, category here. So if I want to filter for this store location, if I filter for this Astoria, you realize that there are some changes that took effect here. What I want is also to filter for Hell's Chicken, a kitchen, and it gives us this. It changes a bit. What of Manhattan? Okay, realize that it also changes. So you can actually link your slices to any of the charts you want. You can link it to multiple as well. If you check here, we can link it to multiple charts. If you go to the report connections, I can now say, okay, I want to link it to the monthly sales as well. Okay, so I'll press OK. Then I'll unfilter here. But now, if I filter for any store location, you have to expect that there will be changes applied here and changes applied here as well in the monthly and in the categories. So I'll filter for Manhattan alone. And you realize that there are changes that it took effect in the two charts for the months and for the categories. Let's go for Astoria. And you realize that the changes took effect here as well. So it's now affecting the two charts at the same time. Okay. Yeah, so now I think we've covered some things today, and we have to end it here and continue tomorrow. With tomorrow we have to finalize this dashboard tomorrow and probably start other things as well. Yeah. Before that, Desmond, hey, Jeff, if you have any questions or any things to be clarified, yeah.
Yeah, thank you. I just wanted to know how the shortcut again for grouping uh, the how do you call the shapes together with their names or those things on it.
Yeah. So
You
let
place
me
on it like
let me do just a demo here for you. Ideally, Control G should work, but it didn't work for
okay,
me. So let me show you another way. I don't know whether you saw the long way I took by clicking to do that. I don't know if you saw that. So let me
maybe you can
insert
take me through that
a shape here.
again.
So I'll bring, let's say, a rounded rectangle here. I'll do this. And now I want to insert, let's say, another shape that should be a text box. So you can now draw your text box and enter your, let's say,
Mhm.
the text. So let's say um how to fix or how to group items, how to group items. I'll bolden it a bit, give it a background, a color of white. Okay, so this is taking it from the settings you've done already. So you cannot select white anymore.
Okay.
Before you can do that, you have to go and change the settings. Yes. So
Change
now
the
I can bring
settings.
it here. I can bring it here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So realize that when I brought the shape in, it took the color that you've set already. So if you don't want to be changing colors, you can just
Yeah.
set it and we are good to go. Yeah. So now already you have to select the text first. Then select shift, press the shift, then select the shape as well. So the text is selected, then press shift.
Okay.
Then realize that this is highlight selected and this is also selected. Now you can, let's try the control G again.
Okay.
Control G. You see that it doesn't work. I don't know how my shortcut have
Okay.
been configured. But then I want to take the long way. So I come to the shape area. Okay. The shape area, then go to group. We have group here. This shape area is important because you have to align your things and you can even select. You see that all the shapes you've brought in, everything is recorded here. You can rename things to make sure that you are well organized. You
Yeah.
see here, you didn't rename anything. Everything is just combined. Everything is just so, and this is not
Okay.
the ideal way. So you have to make sure that you're organizing your charts, and we can even do groupings here as well. Okay. So you look at that
Okay.
and that those ones tomorrow. So now you can now go to what group. Okay, you can group. So click group, and now
Okay.
if I select just the outer, I can now drag and whatever. Yeah. So that
Drag
is it.
everything. Okay.
And you realize that
Thank you so much.
I can see them here. So this is group. You see that we have text box 32 and rectangle 31 grouped under group 30.
Okay.
So here, this text
Okay.
box, I can rename it. Let's say a group how to, okay, let's say items. Let me say items. In this rectangle, I can say maybe demo. And this group, I can say let's say group demo as well. Group demo. Okay. So now this group is on its own. It's on its own.
Mhm.
And I can, if I say let me create new shapes here. Again, I'll bring in, let's say, another rectangle, and I'll bring in another. I'll just control D this one. I have these two shapes. Okay. Realize that they came in
Mhm.
as rectangle
New.
46.
Okay.
What you see that when you
New
when you
shapes.
select it, it's also
Yeah.
highlighted inside this selection. When you select, you see that it's highlighted in white.
Yeah.
When I select this, highlighted in white as
Yeah.
well. So here, I'll just say
Okay.
45. Okay. And I'll do this one
Okay.
46. But you can give them the
46.
actual name they deserve. Then I can now, instead of coming to select these two together and group, I can now select just these two here. Okay. And I still select them. I select them in this pane. I
Mhm.
don't select them. I don't select them here. I rather come to this pane and select the first one and control key and select the second one. Then I can group them here as well. So here let me try the control G. It still doesn't work. So now I can just do my grouping. Uh, okay. Anyway, the grouping is not working here. So anyway, you are still able to select, but let's do the grouping here and see. Let's see, are they grouped together now? No, they are not grouped. They are not grouped. Oh, okay. So I think, yeah,
Yeah.
should
Group now.
have. So you can still do it. I think you didn't do the right thing. So select the two, then make sure that you actually click the arrow down first. Then you can now go to the group and
Okay.
realize that you've been able to do it from here as well. Okay, so that is it. You can drag
Okay.
and drop anywhere you want. So I'll delete these two and I'll delete this one as well.
All right.
Yeah, so maybe you can explore it
Okay.
further and
Thank you.
draw out your own insights. That's all about analysis. You have to be
Okay.
curious. So do your further. All
Thank you
right,
so
sure,
much.
sure. But then I think this one, everything is fully recorded, so I'll post this on YouTube as well in case anyone needs to look at it to refresh their memories. All right, so I think we'll
Okay.
call it a 90.
Oh,
Hey
great.
Sandra, so you are
Please
here.
post it, eh? I'm here. I
Okay.
didn't join
I know
early.
maybe
Oh,
I think
awesome.
So actually,
it's not easy. Oh.
I
Coming
didn't
to
join
work
early, so
and
I just
coming in
keep
for the
quiet.
class,
It is well. Hmm.
it's not always easy. Yeah, it's not easy. Myself, where my workplace is very far.
Mm,
It takes me like an
mm,
hour and 15 minutes before I get home. So if I leave the office, like say
Wow.
today I left there
mm-hmm.
like six something,
Wow.
but I was fortunate I got here around 7:15 there.
Mm, mm.
Yeah. So anyway, we'll meet tomorrow. So thank you, thank you for coming.
All right.
All right,
Then.
bye.
Yeah, deal. Thank you. All
Thank you
right,
so much.
sure.
Good night.
But please, you need to post
Yeah,
the
I'll
video
try
this
and
night.
post it. I'll stay me myself. I don't want to sleep today.
You
Tomorrow
try.
I'll work from
Okay.
home.